Anyone who knows us well knows we're always looking for new ways to connect with people, to tell them who we are, what we do, and to share our passion. So we're delighted to announce the launch of a brand new podcast, Humans of the Fed, and will be brought to you by co-hosts Rafi Bloom, who's our Director of Fundraising, Marketing and Communications, and Robert Marks, our Communications and Digital Lead. Humans of the Fed will bring to life the sometimes funny, often emotional, but always inspiring stories of the people who make up the Fed. We're really excited. We've got some great guests lined up, and we know you're going to love this new way of getting to know us even better. Depending on where you live, you will have received or seen one of the Fed's current public health leaflets or posters, or an ad in Jewish publications regarding the continuing COVID threat. We've been specially commissioned by Bury, Salford and Manchester local authorities to help them get up-to-date messages into all sections of the Jewish community. We've produced marketing materials for them in English and in Yiddish about the high levels of infections locally, but above all, get vaccinated if you haven't done so already. And we're really very proud that the councils recognise our reach, our professionalism, and our knowledge of the cultural and religious diversity of our community. And we're really delighted that once again our amazing volunteers are rising to the challenge to help deliver these messages. On the subject still of COVID and vaccinations, one local GP surgery played a really crucial role in protecting residents and staff, and that's the Fairfax Group practice. Dr. Prabhakar and his team helped us achieve almost 100% vaccination of residents, bar one or two for whom this was inadvisable, and a staggering 95% of staff, which is way beyond the national care home trends. We hope that the recent award presented to Dr. P by our Chief Exec, Mark Cunningham, and Clinical Director, Karen Johnson, went some way to show him how much we valued the support we received. Bringing groups of people together socially, helping reduce isolation and loneliness is of course a really big part of the Fed's brief. In normal times, we've got regular drop-in sessions, our community cafes, our coffee stops and so many outings. Needless to say, COVID put paid to our usual activities, but we set up a new walk and talk group in Heaton Park to fill the gap and people have loved it. Towards the end of June, with restrictions easing, we were delighted to be able to hold our first day out of 2021, taking a coach trip to Knowsley Safari Park and bringing people together for a really lovely, memorable day. Last month, we held our third Trek for the Fed. We still, of course, couldn't return to Israel, but fingers crossed for 2022. The stunning Lake District scenery provided a magnificent backdrop for a 35k walk along the Ullswater Way, climbing more than 1,000 metres throughout the day. Over 50 trekkers in 6 groups covered this 10-hour course and they raised a whopping £25,000. It was a gorgeous day and Rafi Bloom, our Director of Fundraising and Marketing, was delighted with the outcome and he described it as a fantastic day that was physically challenging but full of camaraderie and commitment to the Fed. You could really feel that our trekkers got a buzz and extra stamina out of pushing themselves to cover the climb, whilst knowing they'd raised so much money for such a crucial cause. While we had to close our children's centre to our Mums and Tots group through the pandemic earlier in the year, we managed to hold several Project Smile play and learn groups for children with special needs in play pods of just 3 children. And with the easing of restrictions, our 4-week play scheme began on 27th of July, and this will include sports sessions run for us by coaches from Foundation 92, which is Salford Football Club's charity foundation. They actually partnered us earlier in the year delivering food and toy packages to Jewish homes. With the better weather, and by teaming up with our friends at Manchester Maccabi, we've been able to run some Mums and Tots sessions at the clubhouse in Prestwich. Working with other charities and communal organisations like this is a real key part of our objectives, maximising what our community is offered by sharing knowledge, skills and resources. It's the way forward. Keeping our residents and tenants uplifted and active is the role of our fantastic activity team at Heathens Village. The lovely mild weather in June provided the perfect opportunity to put the marquee up on the front lawn and for residents to enjoy a spot of socialising in the sun or shade or a quiet card game, but best of all, enjoying some scones and tea and a spot of painting with art therapist Chava Erlanger from Chava's Art. And we got people in the Wimbledon mood with tennis on the lawn and the patio, and of course, strawberries and cream. So big shout out to Nick Burgess and his team, who've done such a great job of keeping everyone happy and stimulated when we've not been able to bring in the usual outside entertainers.